This is the biggest fight ever to erupt in the Rosmar prison yard. John was the first to spill blood, and things quickly spiraled out of control. The tension between the gangs was already boiling over, and that single act ignited a powder keg of violence. Inmates scrambled for makeshift weapons as the chaos unfolded, punches flying, shouts echoing against cold concrete walls. Guards struggled to regain control, but it was clear this was no ordinary brawl. This was a full-scale war breaking out behind bars. The prison's harsh environment had created a breeding ground for conflict. Every day, power struggles played out in the shadows and corners. Alliances formed and shattered, and respect was both earned and taken by force. This fight was just the latest chapter in a brutal saga. John wasn't just any prisoner. He was a man with a score to settle, a history etched in scars. When he landed that first strike, it was more than a moment of anger. It was a declaration. Blood was the language understood here. As fists collided and bodies crashed to the ground, the yard turned into a battleground. The stakes were life and death, and every man fought not just for survival, but for reputation. The prison hierarchy was unforgiving, and weakness meant being prey. Among the fighters, there was Malik, a seasoned veteran whose cold stare could freeze flames. His presence was a warning. This fight wasn't just chaos, it was calculated. Malik knew the cost of losing, and he made sure everyone else did too. The sound of metal scraping and the crack of makeshift clubs hitting flesh filled the air. This was raw, primal, a reminder that beneath the rules of society lay something far darker. In this cage, only the strong prevailed. Off to the side, the guards finally rallied, shouting commands and wielding batons, but the damage was done. The lines had been drawn and no one was stepping back. The prison yard was soaked in sweat and blood, a testament to the fury unleashed. In the aftermath, the repercussions rippled through the prison. Transfers, lockdowns, punishments. The administration struggled to contain the fallout, but deeper than the surface chaos was a message. Power was up for grabs, and this fight was just the beginning. Back in the cells, whispers of what happened spread like wildfire. Alliances shifted, grudges deepened, and every man planned his next move. Prison wasn't just a place of punishment, it was a chessboard, and every piece moved with deadly intent. John's name became a symbol, both feared and respected. He had changed the game with that fight, showing that even in the darkest places, a single spark could ignite a revolution. But with that spark came danger. Enemies watching, waiting. The prison was a world apart, a microcosm where rules were rewritten every day. And in this world, survival was a brutal art. Every fight, every betrayal, every moment was a step in a deadly dance, one that few could master and fewer still survived. As night fell, the yard grew quiet, but the tension remained. Behind the steel bars, the war continued, unseen but felt by all. This was no ordinary prison. This was a battlefield, and every day was a fight to live, to dominate, to leave a mark.